Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Nature Natural Way of Living. Today I have come up with a procedure for making desi ghee from A2 milk. So the desi ghee is called golden nectar in Ayurvedic text. However, from past couple of decades, ghee has got a very bad reputation because of the marketing that different companies did to sell out their refined oils. And now in Western worlds, after several researches, it is believed that ghee is the most beneficial form of oil for the body. So this is one of the major, you can say, food item that is required for building blocks of different cells or tissues of body, and it is required for a healthy life, healthy heart, healthy eyes, and as it is said, nectar in Ayurvedic text, you can understand its importance. So I'll give just a brief that yes, the ghee contains fat and a saturated fat. So question might arise then how it is healthy one. The researchers have showed that it contains a special type of saturated fat, which is short chain saturated fat, which gets absorbed very easily and is very healthy. So this is not long chain saturated fats or hydrogenated fats. So this is nowadays getting sold in Western countries by calling it clarified butter. And the second part is whenever Ayurvedic texts talk about ghee, it talks about cow's ghee. And when we talk about cow's ghee, so there is a big misconception that all cows are same. So the Ayurvedic text always talked about Indian cows or the desi cows, you can say, which has hump on their back. So these cows have A2 milk, are called the milk that is generated from desi cows is A2 milk because it has A2 protein. Whereas the cows that are most commonly now present because of their high yield or high output of milk contains A1 protein, which is very uh, harmful for the body and is the major causes of different diseases. That is the reason in Western countries now people are going vegan. That is, they are dropping the dairy items because of the milk that is getting generated from the Jersey cows or Holstein cows. However, many countries have imported Indian Gir cow or different breeds of desi cows and are now selling milk from that or making products from that milk, which are sold at a premium price in these countries. So let's begin. So first of all, you have to boil the milk. You have to get the desi cow's milk, then boil it. Then after it gets to a room temperature, you have to place it in the fridge or refrigerator. And when it passes several hours, then a cream or malai we call it gets at the top of the milk. So you have to collect that cream. Make sure you get rid of milk and then collect that in some container or in some bowl. So I'm collecting that from last 3-4 days and I'll wait till it gets full. So I'll place this cream in refrigerator. I'll place this cream in fridge, and when it's get full, we'll do the next step. After a couple of more days, my bowl is almost full. Now is the time for the next step. So we'll keep it outside the refrigerator for around 2 hours so that this cream gets soft. While placing it outside, I have covered it with a lid. Now the cream has got softer. I'll move this into a bigger container because I have to add hot milk and curd into that. I have to make curd from this cream. So I have to set curd for that. I have moved the cream into a larger pan. Next step is we have to add a hot milk into this because we have to set curd. So I'll make milk quite hot because cream is still a bit cold. It is not at the room temperature, so I'll make it quite hot. So just a note that everywhere I'm using only desi cow's milk. That's the ghee which is most healthiest one for the human body. So milk is also desi cow's milk, cream is also desi cow's cream, and when we will add small quantity of curd into this, so this is also made from desi cow's milk. So we will be taking milk almost of equal quantity of cream. We'll make it hot. Now the milk is hot. It has come to a boil. So I'll turn off the gas. And I'll pour this hot milk into the cream. I'll mix the cream properly with the milk. So I'm mixing it properly. You have to ensure that no cream chunks remain in the milk, and it should be thoroughly mixed with milk. So now you can see it's mixed properly. Spend 3 to 4 minutes in mixing it properly, and we can see that it has good consistency and it's quite yellowish in color because of the milk is A2 milk or desi cow's milk, and cream is also yellowish in color. So what I observe is it's not very warm if I touch the pan. So I'll heat it again. I'll put it on the gas. We won't make it very hot. So it's very much similar how we make the curd. Okay, you have to make milk little warm, not very hot. By doing this step, cream also gets properly mixed with milk to have a consistent texture of the curd. To check if it is properly warm or not, wash your hands properly and then you can feel the heat with the finger. So it should be that much warm that you cannot keep your finger inside milk for long. So right now it's hot. I'll turn off the gas. Now I have this curd with me. So I'll take 4 to 5 spoons of it and add it to another pan. And I'll make it consistent. Then we'll pour this milk into this pan. Be careful because milk is quite hot. Then properly mix this milk with the curd. So when we add this small quantity of curd, we also call this material as jamun or khatta in different languages. This is a starting material for making curd. Actually, it's curd only, but when small amount of it is used, it is called as khatta or jamun. So now it is mixed. So to ensure that we have mixed it properly and it gets proper consistency, I'll again put into my original pan. So we can do this 2 to 3 times so that the jamun gets mixed properly. that is it. Now it is ready to be placed at a place which is warm, so that we can get curd made from this. So the microbes or healthy bacteria present in curd will change this milk into curd or yogurt. Okay, so now the next step is I generally place it into the container where I keep my wheat flour. Okay, so I'll do that. Cover it with some plate and then place it at a warm location. So this is my wheat flour container. I'll place the milk in this. So I've gently placed milk into this container. So these microbes, curd microbes, need a warm environment to turn milk into curd. I'll cover the lid. So I've closed the lid. Now I have to keep this undisturbed for 8 hours at least. So 8 to 10 hours I'll keep this milk for setting into curd. If the temperature is quite high at your location, it can set into 6 hours as well, but it's better to keep it for at least 8 hours. I have placed my container. Now I'll come back after the curd is set after 8 hours. Now 8 hours have passed. Let me check if the curd has been set. So you can see how yellow it has become. So yes, curd is set now. Let me take it out. Now we'll have to churn this curd. So we have two different ways. Either we do it directly in this pan or we do it in the food processor. So food processor is the easier method. We'll get the butter separated within 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll do that method. So I'll take some amount of this curd and we'll put cold water into it. So I have cold water and I have some ice cubes as well. I have added curd into this. Then I have added some amount of water and I added 5 to 6 ice cubes. Now I'll close the lid and I'll start the processor. And this I have to do for 2 to 3 minutes. Probably we'll be able to see the butter separated out by then. Now I've stopped the processor and I'll check if we have got the butter extracted. So now we can see butter is extracted from the curd and we'll take this out. I'll take my spoon or kadchi to take out the butter. So I'm taking this ladle. You can do this step with hand as well. So I'm putting all the butter in this big pan. Now I'll put just to show you, I have taken out all the butter and now I'll put the remaining curd into the processor again.
Yeah.
So I'm putting this curd in the buttermilk that was separated from the butter. I'm not taking it out. We'll take that out at the end. So no need to add water once again. We'll just add the ice cubes. So this is almost full. I'll put some ice cubes. I've added 8 to 10 ice cubes, and we will repeat the same process. Okay, now I've stopped this. So the second round is also done, and we can see butter is now separated. So I'll take out this butter as well. You can see good amount of butter is now present. Now I've taken out all the butter. Now we have to wash it with water so that there is no portion of curd particles remain in that. So we have to use our hands for that. Make sure you wash it properly. So butter will float on top of water and will be easily separated. So what is getting created is buttermilk beneath this. Now you can see it's a yellow butter completely. It's because it's cow's milk. So you can see a complete ball of butter is created. So this also I have got, so I have put that also in pan. You can use this butter as well for eating along with paranthas, or you can use it in your curries or dals. So this is very healthy and very tasty butter. You can store it for 4 to 5 days. So some amount I'll keep for myself for using. I won't make ghee out of it. Some portion I'll take from here as well for keeping with me. We'll also add this buttermilk. We'll mix it with this one. So this is a very nice buttermilk which is ready. It's called chach or tak. Nowadays we don't usually get this type of chach. We make chach directly from curd, but this is the original chach with full of gut friendly bacteria. So this is a medicine for any intestinal problems or digestive problems. So you can make use of this. You can add roasted jeera powder and black salt and have it like this way. Now let's move to our ghee making process. I'll turn on the gas. And now we'll keep this butter like this only. We won't move it around, and it will turn into ghee after like 20 or 25 minutes. In between, if we feel that the ghee is getting, or the solid particles of this butter is getting stick at the bottom or getting burned, then we'll move it around. Otherwise we can keep it like this on a low flame. So after 5 minutes it is like this. We can see the bubbles coming on the top, and this butter is changing into ghee. We'll show the next shot after 5 to 10 minutes. So after 5 more minutes I can see a ghee has started to come out of this butter. We can see this yellowish liquid, but till the time we have this froth on the top, we have to keep it on a low flame and leave it like that. So now this is almost ready. So you can see it's turning into a golden nectar. So you'll wait for this leftover to turn into brownish, so that maximum ghee can be extracted from that, and the leftover can further be used into some different dishes or delicacies. We make that leftover to make laddus or atta laddus or dry fruit laddus. So that's something I'll create a separate video on, and let's wait the process to complete. So now we can see the leftover has turned brown, and I'll turn off the gas and I'll keep it here for like 1 or 2 minutes. Then we'll take out this ghee into our container. Now the ghee is ready. I have taken it from the stove, and I have this container in which I'll put the ghee, and I have this strainer with me. So let's do that. I'm using strainer so that this leftover don't get mixed with the ghee. The ghee life is very long. It is said in Ayurvedic text that ghee never gets spoiled. So that is true if you don't allow this leftover get mixed with the ghee, or you don't allow water to get mixed with the ghee. So whenever you take out ghee as well while using, don't use the spoon that has some moisture or is wet. So I've taken out all the ghee from the pan. Properly press it to extract whatever ghee we can extract from it. So now we can see this golden nectar is ready, or ghee is ready. If you smell it, it's very pleasing smell it has, and it's totally golden in color. So in process of making ghee, we have now 4 items ready with us. First is buttermilk, the most healthy drink for your intestine and your stomach. Then you have butter, very delicious butter. It's a good fat and it's very light as well. You can eat it with paranthas or dals or curries. Then you have this golden nectar or ghee, described as a medicine in Ayurvedic text. Have it daily, 2 to 3 spoons. Then we have this leftover, or we call it chiddi in Hindi. So this can be used in different dishes or sweets. I hope you like the video. It's a lengthy video, but I need to show the complete process so that it is as per the good process, or as per the actual process. If you like it, please share the video, like it, and start making your own ghee. This is the most healthy one for your body and your mind. Please share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel to see more such videos whenever I upload it. Thank you very much.